This season, point guard Damian Lillard was moved to the Milwaukee Bucks, and many people undoubtedly believe that he and Giannis Antetokounmpo will share a title. Despite the widespread expectation that Lillard will be Antetokounmpo's backup, it appears that this may not be the case in the end. In a recent media appearance, Giannis asserted that Lillard is the team for the Bucks. Winning is about sacrifice. I'm about putting the work in each day. I might be here, but this is his team. It doesn't matter what people say. The majority of people won't agree with Giannis' assertion, so maybe this was just the superstar's attempt to ease Lillard into the team. But it's plausible that Lillard will manage things while concentrating on defense, and Giannis will play a supporting role on offense. While that does not imply that Lillard is the squad to beat, his offensive statistics may be superior. Lillard averaged 32.2 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 7.3 assists per game in the 2022-2023 regular season. He is without a doubt among the top players in his position, and it will be exciting to watch what he can accomplish with the support of another superstar. From the basketball perspective, Giannis and Lillard appear to be a good combination. Although Lillard mainly attacks from the outside, Giannis is a formidable interior force. But personality match is just as vital as skill. And Giannis recently talked about how he liked Lillard right away. He's very reserved, doesn't say much. Giannis remarked of Lillard, "He resembles a smaller, more guarded version of myself. Calm, goes about his business, looks after his family, consistently shows up, and puts in a lot of practice. He is vocal when it is called for." Hopefully, the Bucks team resolves their differences and goes on to have a successful postseason campaign. They undoubtedly possess the talent to succeed greatly this season. We'll just have to wait and see. The Milwaukee Bucks are without a doubt the most talented team in the Eastern Conference. The Bucks should be expected to at least make it to the finals, as no other team has two players with the caliber and superstars leading their squad. Anything less would be a failure, and they have the players to make it happen. In spite of this, several nightmares are haunting the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee is quite optimistic now that they have acquired the elite guard Damian Lillard, but it's still unclear if Lillard can truly solve Giannis Antetokounmpo's commitment problem, or if he's merely a band-aid fix. Anything less than another NBA championship would make the Greek Freak talk about moving again. He has been adamant about winning another championship. Lillard's move to the Bucks may provide the solutions to a lot of concerns about the Bucks' late-game performance and offensive capabilities. It demonstrated the team's will to bolster their trophy collection with yet another NBA championship. But it's important to think about this. How will the club look when Giannis hits free agency in 2 years? The Bucks accomplished a lot of goals in the Damian Lillard trade, proving their commitment to winning to Giannis and upping their championship chances. What they maybe didn't know, though, was answer any long-term questions Giannis may have about his team. Zach Buckley of Bleacher Report wrote, "Milwaukee's outlook appears great for now, but what happens in 2 years when he can enter free agency with the Bucks owing Lillard nearly $122 million for his ages 35 and 36 seasons?" Buckley added, "Milwaukee's future looks bright right now, but in 2 years, when he can sign a free agent contract, the Bucks will still owe Lillard almost $122 million. The Bucks' best chance, according to Buckley, is to keep Giannis drenched in champagne until then. However, if this season doesn't live up to the team's championship or bust expectations, he may once more have cause to consider leaving the team." Things are not going well for the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee has faltered under the spotlight following their acquisition of 7-time All-Star Damian Lillard. After losing to the Orlando Magic 112-97 on Saturday night, the team is now 5-4. Bucks spark plug Bobby Portis said after the game that he doesn't think the team's chemistry is quite there yet. When discussing the Bucks' problems early in the season, 8-year veteran Bobby Portis was blunt about his assessment, claiming that there is a lack of chemistry on the team. "I believe that our chemistry and camaraderie are just not there at all, for the most part," Portis stated. Whether it's the lack of ball movement or communication on defense, it's been clear that the Bucks are a step behind on the court. Even with their star-studded lineup, they have yet to find a way to gel and maximize their potential. I think it's kind of obvious on the court. I think that it will take a minute. We don't want it to take too long, but we'll figure it out here soon, hopefully. We're just trying to figure out one another," Portis added. In addition to 7-time All-NBA player Damian Lillard, whom the Bucks have acquired in a major deal just before the season began, Milwaukee is also getting acclimated to having Adrian Griffin, a new playmaker, on the bench, with Giannis making it known that he would be open to the idea of leaving the Bucks in order to pursue additional NBA titles in the future. Rumors are starting to circulate as to whether the Bucks could even consider dealing with him. NBA writer Mark Medina, who has 2 years remaining in his contract, doesn't believe that either party will determine that it would be in their best interests to part ways. In the NBA, rumors are starting to circulate about Giannis' potential decision to recommit to the Milwaukee Bucks for the long run, or about his potential to wear a different uniform for the first time in his professional career. ESPN reports, although the 2-time MVP still has 2 years left in his current 5-year, $228 million Supermax contract and a player option for a third, he became eligible for an extension with the Bucks recently. However, after Adrian Griffin was named the new head coach following Mike Budenholzer's firing, following an early first-round playoff exit as the #1 overall seed, the 28-year-old stated in an interview with Tanya Ganguly of the New York Times that he would not be signing an extension with the team until he had figured out the dynamics. In addition, the Greek Freak mentioned making sure that his teammates are on the same page as him regarding the sacrifices they are prepared to make in order to win championships together. If he senses that there is not a mutual level of dedication, he will not sign a deal. Brian Windhorst of ESPN isn't convinced that the NBA champion will stay in Wisconsin despite his remarks. He believes the next time he inks a contract, it will be with a team that is probably in a larger market. Speaking on the NBA Today program, he said that while the Bucks should finish in the top 3 the following season, barring any major injuries, the league is not designed to support one team contending at the highest level for an extended period. The Bucks may be in trouble if they can't find a way to keep their superstar content enough to commit his long-term future to the team. Given their aging roster and lack of first-round picks available for trade until 2028, would the Bucks give Giannis Antetokounmpo's trade any thought? Because they would never be able to obtain a fair trade deal in return, Medina cannot envisage a scenario in which the Bucks organization decides it's in their best interests to trade away their generational talent. He believes that the squad would be in big trouble and probably lose their position as championship contenders if he were to depart. Despite the rumors that Giannis might decide not to sign the contract extension he is now eligible for, the writer is unable to imagine a scenario in which he departs the team entirely. Is Giannis really going to leave the Bucks? It is difficult to picture Milwaukee actively shopping the 7-time All-Star, at least not anytime soon. Despite playing his fewest minutes in 3 years, 32.1 per game, the 7-foot forward averaged the career-high 31.1 points, 11.8 rebounds, and 5.7 assists on a true shooting percentage of 60.5%, according to StatMuse. Additionally, the Bucks have won 271 games since the 2018-2019 season, which leads the league in games won during that time, according to ESPN. It's unclear, though, how long they can maintain that record. Bleacher Report's Adam Wells contends that even a 2024 championship for the Bucks might not be sufficient of a reason to keep the Greek Freak from departing in the future, pointing out that his potential worries about their aging core would still play a significant role in his decision-making and might even become more evident in a year. Nevertheless, the Bucks will always be regarded as title contenders as long as Giannis Antetokounmpo plays for the team. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, don't forget to hit the like button below. And if you want to stay updated with more great content like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel by clicking the red button and ringing the notification bell so you never miss any future content from us. Your support means the world.